Well, we have some late breaking Tati tea. It seems that Tati did a video where Siri does her makeup. And she did this video, as she announces in the beginning of it, because she felt like there was nothing different and everything she was seeing was kind of the same. The problem was that this also wasn't that different. Somebody else had done it first. A YouTuber named Stephanie Toms, links below, did this exact idea. Now, it's important to note that Stephanie on her Twitter had absolutely no feeling that Tati stole her work. What happened was Tati had dreamed this and really thought it was her original idea. And she, I guess, didn't do any research to see if anybody else had done it first, or if she did, she didn't come across this other video. She thought it was original. Now, I have to say that does happen. I have coined some terms and phrases, and then I've heard them later and thought, well, it wasn't what we'd call definitive or that unique an idea. Sometimes when you put it out there, it's kind of out there. And there are only certain things that I expect to get credit for originating. But unfortunately, there are so many puns that can occur to different people at different times. And when we're all in that creative mode, we all might get that idea. Just as a side note, I highly recommend this book called The Hundredth Monkey, because it kind of expounds on this. And the idea is that if you teach 99 monkeys how to use a tool, the 100th one is just going to know how to do it on his own, and unexplainably is going to pick up that tool and start using it without being shown how. And the idea is that once you put ideas out there, they do become part of the collective. And there's sort of without getting too supernatural, there's kind of a collective, right? A telepathy. And in this case, that might be exactly what happened. Two different people got the same idea at different times, but both of them thought it was original. Now, again, important to note that Stephanie was not remotely upset. What bothered Stephanie was that she felt that the comments telling Tati that she was being unoriginal were all deleted, and she felt blocked. And Tati then tweeted that she's on vacation, hand on the Bible. She thought it was her own idea. She dreamt it, and she did not delete anything because she's not even around to do that. So it could be also that she has certain filters that block certain things, whether she's there or not, and that could be what had happened. I'm not going to speak for her. So sometimes there are misunderstandings about things appearing and disappearing, and let's not forget how wonderful YouTube is about making those weird things happen as well. In the end, the last that I saw was that Stephanie said she was not upset at all, and that she was going to DM Tati. In fact, she was fangirling, and she just felt that she was honored that her idea was on Tati's channel because she's a fan of hers. So I think this is some tea that hopefully can simmer down before it becomes anything out of hand or any big misunderstanding. It's one of those things, fortunately, that can be worked out when people are reasonable. See how easy it is to avoid a feud when you don't automatically go to an accusatory place, when you don't automatically assume that somebody is being underhanded, which in this case, Tati was not. Something important for all of us to remember is that if you use something or come up with something, it's not necessarily original. Maybe check to see that it is, and try and always give people credit for their jokes or for their work. I certainly want to get credit for my ideas and my work. I certainly wouldn't want credit for work that wasn't mine. That wouldn't sit well with me. And I think that's what happened here. Steph made a very common mistake. I've done this too. She didn't see her comments, and she probably assumed that they had been deleted, but in fact were probably caught up in the filter. She might have used a word that pens approval. So that could have happened, and I'm just sorry there's no villains here. To Steph's credit, she did apologize, and it looks like this can all be worked out as long as from here on in both of them are willing to let bygones be bygones. And hopefully I'll be back with more interesting tea. Two nice people working out their differences. What's becoming of the drama community? Where's Cookie in?